what's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there in YouTube land and then in the world, period? How y'all out there doing? You know, Joseph Ward, the founder on the Shows of Giants, and I think we gotta talk about this again. I made a video not too long ago about our figures, our speakers, the people who go out and fight for us, how they need supporters and not fans. And we got to kind of touch on that a little different. It's like, all right, look at it from this angle. How about we stop having a need to have a leader. Stop having a need to be led. Stop having a need to feed someone's ego. You know, we're not like pedestrians in this that's going on. Everybody has a role to play. This is a team game. So, like, literally, everybody has a role to play. Like, literally. So, it's not about sitting back just listening to somebody speak and being a part of the amen corner, or just, just being a cheerleader. Like, we have to get off that. Also, how the hell did we get to a point to where the allegiances that we choose to have with specific figures and egos allow us to get to the point to where we are at war with ourselves over ideologies and beliefs and sayings and things? Like, how the hell did we get to this place? Like, why are we at war with ourselves? Well, fake war with ourselves. All while we can acknowledge that white supremacy is at war with us. So you tell me how that worked out. Help me out. Tell me how that worked out. We know white people are already trying to destroy us, right? And the best way to defend ourselves against white people is to war with ourselves over ideologies. Really? See, we're going about this in a horrible way. And I don't think we are really taking serious. We're not taking it serious of what's really happening, what we're really doing to ourselves. And I just feel like we're in so much competition with ourselves to be right, or to say I'm the blackest person in the room. That's a problem. Who cares if you know a little more than everybody else? Who cares if you wear more African garb than anybody else? Who cares if you could speak more languages than anybody else? I mean, we all still losing as a unit. Like, who cares? But we are here acting as if it is our job to be the most righteous or the blackest in the room, and I have to be right, and I have to be led, and the person who I'm following is infallible. Like, we need to stop. We behind enemy lines. We losing. We don't own anything, and we just searching. Like, we need to stop. What we're doing is stupid. It's foolish. It's not helping at all. Stop supporting these egos who you can see. Like, you're seeing these egos and these personalities crumble right before you. You're able to see that, and you're still saying, I support the foolishness, which is stupid. We're losing. Ain't no sense of being nice about this. We losing. We being stupid and we losing. If it sounds harsh, who cares? Do something different. We being stupid and we losing, and it seems like a lot of people can't seem to actually get what's going on. White people are out here slaughtering us. Black people in America, if we just focus on America, we out here being slaughtered by our known enemy. And instead of protecting ourselves like we're supposed to, we want to get into battles of ego and wit, and I'm team this man, and I'm scrolling through some videos, and I seen a grown man talking about Team Umar. Man, if you don't shut that up, we all on the same team and we all lose. I don't care who beefing with who. A grown man talking about Team Umar. Man, nobody care what team you on, fool. How can you legitimately choose sides when two, three grown men having a stupid dispute, and y'all out here choosing sides? Y'all out here, man, y'all ain't serious about life. Y'all ain't serious about liberation. Y'all ain't serious about nothing. The only thing y'all serious about doing is being keyboard warriors. That's the only thing that's going on. You can't be real serious about life. Like, it can't be just me and a couple people that just really see what's going on, right? That can't be true. Or if it is true, I'm just in denial. But it can't be that only a handful of people actually can see what's really going on in our community and actually only really care about what's going on in our community. So, because I got a lot of frustration built up in me right now, because a lot of bullshit been happening within the black community, like locally and around the country, and it's frustrating right now that we can't seem to get past the bullshit and egos, and we're not serious about improving our situations or helping ourselves, and that's very frustrating. Like, that's very, very, very frustrating that it's like we're stuck in neutral and we don't care. It's cool to be stuck in neutral as long as I'm the blackest person in the room, as we stuck in neutral, as long as everybody's looking up to me, as long as everybody's following me. And if you go against my ideologies, then you're the problem. Come on, man. We are all in this together, and we are all losing. It makes no sense to have infighting when you already have external enemies. Dr. John Henry Clarke already told us, and I keep saying it, he already told us we have no friends. If you're looking for friends, damn it, look in the mirror. But somehow when we look in the mirror, we see enemies amongst ourselves. Now, we know we got sellouts, but if you are at odds and at war with somebody over ideologies, come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, he don't think the way I think, so you must be a buster. You must be a sellout, because only smart people think the way I think. Like, man, really? But we really out here losing. Like, who cares about your ego? No one individual person is going to help this. All right, we've had at least 400 years in this country. Name me that one person that actually just really made everything better for black people. I'll wait. Name that one person. I'll wait. You can't. You can't name that one person, because it is a collective effort. It's a collective effort, and we need to get off the boo-boo. Get off the bullshit, man. We really out here putting our faith in one person. Like, this one person, we got to ride with this one person because he gonna change our fate. He gonna make stuff better. Nah, it don't work like that. One person has never changed the whole fate of whole people. It's been a collection of people. Now, one person may have only gotten the credit. I say that one person may have only gotten the credit, but it's always been a collection of people out here working to make sure everything is improved for the people. That's why I stress studying your history so much. That's why I stress that, because I don't feel like we get it. I feel like we have it's more than a feeling. I know we have all the talent. We have the intelligence. But just somehow, just everything not connecting together now. It's too much that's going on. That we put too much attention on the trivial stuff, things that don't really dictate our outcome, and things that really dictate our outcome we just pay no attention to, and it's frustrating. We should not be looking for leaders and be supporting all the tomfoolery that go on when these egos and these supposed leaders are beefing. It's stupid. You should not be a person who needs somebody to tell you to get off your ass and make things better in your community. You may not have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers. Nobody has all the answers, but that don't stop you from being active in your community. I've said it before and I say it again. Whatever your talent is, go out in your community and use it. Stop waiting on somebody to direct you. You don't need anyone to direct you. And the fact that people have a need to lead, to have a leader, a need to follow people, is crazy. And it's unproductive and it's very unhealthy. How has that been helping us? Because we seem not to be asking ourselves the right questions. How has having a need for a leader actually helped us improve our situation? Now, in the past, leaders have rose up. But we're not in the past no more. And I'm not saying that a leader cannot rise up. And I'm not saying if somebody is in a position that we shouldn't support. But what I am saying, we shouldn't have a need to lead. And any true leader will be in the business of creating more leaders. Because once that leader is gone, the movement has to continue. And we have already seen the results of what happened when there is no successor in place to continue these specific movements. When you only have that single head leader, you know the analogy, cut the head off the snake, the rest of it is gone. Right? I've told you about it. I told you about it before. Look at the strategy that they used in the spook that sat behind the door. Everybody knew everybody's job. Everybody was cross-trained to do everybody's job. If the leader got took out, the next man, it was a next man up mentality. That's what we need to have, that next man up mentality. Amen. I give you the videos on this channel so you can have a peek into our history and the things that has happened to us and the way that white supremacy actually uses their power and their things to try to stop us. That the patterns are there, the information is there, the trails are there, the breadcrumbs are there. But it doesn't help us if we're not using the information. We have our scholars. Support the scholars, but don't support the bullshit that the scholars are doing if the scholars are doing the bullshit. Each and every scholar has a place in our community, and each and every scholar has something that they can contribute to our community to help our community get better. But we ain't got no time for no egos and that bull. We don't have no time to be feeding people's emotional issues, their egotistical issues, their psychological issues. We don't have time for that. We have healers for that, but we're not feeding anybody's egos. Each and every person has the power within themselves to be as great as they want to be. You have the ability to be as great as you want to be. You don't have to follow somebody and feed off their greatness. Become great yourself. Joseph Ward wanted to see each and every person become great themselves. You have the ability. There's nothing wrong with learning from somebody. You can learn from somebody. And you can have admiration for somebody. But when it crosses to fandom and when it crosses to the point to where the person that you have this admiration for, you are just ignoring the faults, that's when it becomes a problem. When logic don't even matter no more to you, that's the problem. And that's where we are right now. I feel in the black community. Logic don't matter to us no more. Like making real gains don't matter no more. Real victories don't matter no more. It's all about the morality. It's just the moral victories. Just the feeling. Which is not enough because moral victories are not freeing our people from the throes of white supremacy. Moral victories are not keeping black people alive. It's not. Moral victories are not keeping us from being victims of the system. Right? It's not. We got to do something different. We have to change the way we exist as black people. Infighting between light skin and dark skin. Now I seen some of that earlier this week popping up. Dark skinned people arguing with light skinned people about who has it worse in America. If you black, you got it bad. This is not a competition about who has it worse. Arguments about black women having it worse than black men. Black men were getting tortured right next to black women. Black men and black women both been getting stepped on by white America since first contact. There is no difference. Dark-skinned black people been getting treated like shit. So has light-skinned black people been getting treated like shit. White people, white supremacists don't like none of us. So what's the fighting for? What's the fighting for? They don't like none of us. They want to exterminate all of us. So what's the fighting for? We got to do better, man. It's crazy that we're here. It's crazy that we even got to talk about this stuff. Like this has been on my mind to do this video like all week. And I had a conversation with a young lady on Instagram, and we were talking about this, and it's just like I guess I just got to get it off my chest because it's kind of aggravating, and it's I don't really understand why we're here, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around it, but I can't really understand and articulate why we are here. I would say self-hatred. I would say inferiority complexes and all these things, but I just got to put it all together. But you all tell me, leave the comments, tell me what you think. But you can't tell me that you can honestly look at where we are in Black America, be like, okay, man, we good. Everything good. We ain't got to do nothing, man. We good. We straight, man. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We straight. Everybody doing fine. That ain't the case. That's not the case. It's not good. It's not fine. We have good things in place. It's not all bad, but it's not all good. And we have to change the way we exist with each other. That no more infighting. Nobody cares that you read 100 books. Nobody cares that you like sage. Nobody cares that you team natural. Nobody cares that you like to wear dashikis. Nobody cares that you want to use shea butter. Nobody cares that you want to use black soap. Nobody cares that you don't have a TV. Nobody cares that you don't wear shoes. Nobody cares about none of that stuff because we all losing right now. We're all losing right now. White supremacy still has its hands around our neck, and as a whole, we are not doing good. There may be individuals within the community who are doing good, but as a whole, we are not doing good. And I don't see why we are at the point to where we are like, infighting is better. Infighting is the best thing to do. Let's wait on somebody to come lead us out of this place, and in the meantime, let's fight. It's crazy. You do not have to wait on somebody to come save you, and you do not have to be the blackest person in the room. Everybody has a role to play. Everybody not gonna get a chance to be out in the front. You got your light workers and your dark workers. Everybody's not gonna have a chance to be out in the front. Everybody's not gonna be famous. It's just not gonna happen. But it's not about that. It's about the overall change that we see in our communities and how are our communities becoming better by the actions that we have. How are your actions helping to make your community better? Ask yourself. Analyze yourself. Don't be afraid to analyze yourself. We got to analyze ourselves all the time. How are your actions truly making your community better? Seen something on social media earlier this week. Women fighting against men calling this one dude the relationship guru, whoever the dude is, men trying to call him out, women defending all these things, everybody fighting again, just fighting again, because I'm smarter than you, and I'm supposed to be this, and I'm supposed to be that, and, all these different things. Like, come on, man. It really ain't that serious. If you on social media and somebody say something that you don't agree with, you don't have to comment. You really don't. You don't have to comment. It's not so serious to the point to where we are concentrating more on fighting with ourselves than we are with the true enemy that we all can recognize as our enemy. Or most of us should be able to recognize who our true enemy is. We should be able to. But if you can't, stay tuned, because we're going to help you realize. Definitely going to help you realize and remember and recall who the true enemy is. So stay tuned. But, man, that's just what I want to say. You don't need to wait on somebody to lead you to make a change in your community. And infighting within ourselves will only cause us to be more of a target, more of prey for white supremacy, to just come and just destroy our neighborhoods and destroy us as well. Let's get our minds right, folk. Because if we don't get our mind right, we're going to look around and we are really not going to like what we see, because it ain't going to be enough of us left to make a significant change. And I'd be damned if we sit around and let that happen. So let's do something different. All right, I'll catch y'all later.